Previously on the Novympia channel.
A ride with Jamie Lee Curtis.
And coming up.
I just got a lovely shot of his.
I find you very rude. The Novympia channel is made possible by our gorgeous patrons who get access to the most unappealing crap you'll find anywhere on the whole internet. Start the shit show.
Hi.
It's time to talk about Bart. What was that? Oh, I thought that might be more, better than that. What's this?
This is on your collar on the back of your
Let's
neck.
blame Bart for that. Yes, hello, yes.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to this Novympia treat, starring sort of you girls.
Yes, I apologise if there's glare all over my glasses. We've been travelling
Everybody come on, travel with me, travel with me.
around the place the last 10 days or so. And I miscalculated how many contact lenses I've got left, so...
Does anybody care that we're going to the highest point in Greece?
Does anybody care that we're going to be at the highest point in Greece?
It's also 26 degrees in the UK at the moment, so we thought we'd take this week to just sort of hang out. We're going to talk about Bart. We're not going to be in drag though, because we're not masochists.
Bart loves the kitties.
Before we get into it, if you haven't seen our first video introducing Bart to all of you, check that out first because that'll have a lot of information in there regarding Bart, how we came to acquire him, and just a few little like basic notes of interest.
But the bridge cliff notes
You what?
is that we took Bart in from a friend of a friend who did not anticipate that looking after a cat in a small apartment would be kind of nightmarish.
And this was back in summer of 2018.
2020. I can't believe we've looked up this information you've immediately forgotten.
Yeah.
And Bart was 13 then. We were told he was 10, found out he was 13, so now he's at 15. So he's an elderly cat, first of all.
Yes.
Stinks.
But so many of you guys have written to us since then.
So many of you have written to us.
Asking after Bart, asking how he is, asking if we could possibly do a little follow-up video. And it's so sweet that so many of you like took such an interest
So many of you.
and such a care in him. So we wanted to share with you a little update. Share with you how he's doing now. He is still with us. He's in our new house.
Yes, we're going to find Bart, we're going to do some recording around the house, and
Yes.
we'll kind of show you the improvement. And the biggest improvement, obviously, that when we got Bart, okay, there was kidney problems, wasn't there? He was eating the wrong kind of food.
He had
was so thin.
Thyroid problem.
A thyroid problem, and he was so skinny. So he was this bedraggled, skinny, he looked like, what do they call that? Like, not an alley cat. What is that?
Yeah.
Like what's the cat equivalent of like a mutt? Like a scoundrel.
Stray cat.
Like what's a scoundrel cat? Something.
Don't know what you're talking
Like
about.
a rough piece of shit.
In the last video, we mentioned about taking him to the vet and getting him diagnosed with all this health problems. So he has I think it's an underactive thyroid. So he's been prescribed a type of medicine called Thyronorm, which we give to him twice a day. His doses for that have changed over the couple of years. He was going to have blood tests every month, and then as he improved, it changed to every 3 months. And now he's on every 6 months. He's actually due to go next month, but that just shows how he's improving. The vets are comfortable to leave him for longer and longer without touching base with him. So he has Thyronorm
Don't say touching base.
in a little saucer of milk every morning and every evening, and he really looks forward to his milk. As part of
I
his
love doing his
routine.
milk for him because he just has such a tiny tongue. I think most of them do. And tiny little lips. What's happening now then?
This is Bart's nighttime milk that he has with his Thyronorm.
In this like sad ramekin thing. What even is that from?
He can't have too much milk because it's not actually allowed in his diet. So he just has a little bit, just enough to kind of like cover the surface. That's all he has.
Did you put the milk in first? I always put the Thyronorm in first.
I put the milk in first because it's easier for me to mix it.
Easier for you to mix it? Are you like an 85-year-old
Because then it's already, because then it's already like in a bigger thing.
Alright.
So he has very small melt.
Just a little thread, innit? Just a little nipple. Waiting very, very patiently.
Licking his lips.
Ready for the meal, Shen?
Oh god, it looks so unappealing, doesn't it?
It's so unnaturally white. It's like detergent or something.
Okay, Bart.
So we moved house, didn't we? This is now the manor. We're no longer at Novympia Heights, and therefore we had to move vet. I'm very glad to tell you all that if you recall the last video about Bart, there was a little anecdote about how the previous vet wouldn't shut up. Absolutely no worries whatsoever. Yeah, no worries. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, absolutely no worries whatsoever. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, no problem
I never
at all.
had a
Yeah,
problem
no
with
worries
that,
at all.
but okay.
She had this weird, oh god, and then she had those lips, didn't she? There's several new vets now we kind of interact with, but they've been they've been good because they've said, okay, this might take a while, we're going to test this dosage, it just takes a long time to get to the sweet spot with it. But the new vets are lovely, they sort of know when to shut up.
One thing that has been interesting with Bart is we mentioned last time that in order for him to have blood taken, he has to be sedated. We had to come up with a plan B for that because the sedation that he was having at the vets is really harsh on the kidneys, and obviously we're trying to prevent further kidney damage and kidney disease. So what he has now is actually a human drug called gabapentin, and he has a little bit of that the night before we take him to the vets. And we were putting it in food and in milk, but he started to wise up. And
He knows.
I think he can smell it.
He fucking knows.
Whenever we'd put it in food or milk for him, he would just not touch it. It
Oh,
worked maybe
God.
2 or 3 times.
I think that's the other thing as well, is that when we first got Bart, he would not really come up to us much. You certainly couldn't pick him up. He's not really a lap cat. Like, he would still never do that. But now at least he will come over to us, he will enjoy the strokes, he might come to bed with us. But it's always been an absolute nightmare trying to get him into like a carrier or something. I mean, certainly it's maybe improved a little bit, but now, yeah, he knows when the meds are in there.
So this new vet had a fantastic idea, which has worked.
Oh, you loved it. I thought this was so clever.
So she said, if you can put some honey on the back of his paw and then put the gabapentin pill crushed up into the honey. So I mix it all together. I get a half a teaspoon of honey, I crush up the pill and mix it together.
You can see where this is going.
And if you just wipe it on the back of his paw, he will lick it off.
So first of all,
And
he
it
gets a
works.
nice treat in the form of some honey.
No, he hates it. He absolutely hates
Oh.
it. Because, again, like, he likes to be petted, but he doesn't like you to stroke his arms or his legs or his paws. He finds that really annoying and he just tells you to fuck off. He does not like stroking his limbs or his paws. So the only way you can get this honey on him, you have one chance really, is if he's lying down, you just go like a ninja
You
and
just
wipe
punch
it on
him?
him. No, I've got
Oh.
a spoon here. You just gotta go.
You just twat him right in the face.
But you only get the one chance because then he knows what you're trying to do and you can chase him around the house. So you've got to be very, very quick with it. But once it's on there, he will lick it off and it works. It was such a good trick.
But you know what? He has now put on weight. I think when we did the first video, he'd put on like a kilo. He's managed to kind of fill out a bit and maintain that, basically. He goes up and down by a very, very small amount. But he's basically...
He's still a little bit underweight in my opinion, but he's quite consistent now. He's
Slender.
not losing weight. He's not really putting on loads of weight. I think he is just, like you said, a bit of a slender
He's just
animal.
a slender, supermodel, really,
Yes.
in the cat world, I think. Hair could do with some work, though. I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's old. His fur is sort of,
What do you mean? I thought it'd be a good idea. There's a few points that I wanted to touch on with Bart, but I thought it'd be a good idea to take you around the house and show you certain spots and certain things with Bart and just explain little things that have happened since we spoke about him last or things that have changed. And we can try and hunt him down and maybe just show you where he is as well.
Oh my god, let's do it. Am I in it?
Hello, Bart. Yes. Hi. So, you might notice by his eye, he's starting to get a little bit of like sleep dried in his eye. I'm going to mention that to the vets when we take him next month. It doesn't seem to bother him, but he doesn't really clean it very well. So I'm I'm going to see if that's a problem. Bart has several little sleepy places that he likes. I think his favourite is on the bed. He'll normally lie here or just there. I think we're disturbing his sleep now. We did buy him a bed, which he did show some interest in for a week, and he did use it, and then he got bored of it again.
We're in the middle of our renovations, that's why there's shit everywhere. There's shit everywhere in here,
Yeah,
isn't
there
there?
is.
That's terrible. And then also in between the pillowcases. Bart will create a nice little spot just here.
Yes, he likes to be right
Bart will be just here.
right there in between us when we're sleeping.
Bart was so comfortable the other day just here on the bed, wasn't he? And we had to slowly push him off so I could sling one up you.
Right.
What a fine gentleman.
Aren't you handsome? Do you want to say anything to the viewers, Bart?
No.
Last time we said how his claws were getting very long and he wasn't using scratching posts. We found these scratching mats. There's one upstairs and there's one downstairs, and he does use them. So I don't know if anyone else has that kind of problem. Maybe they've got a cat that's not as mobile to use scratching posts, but he uses these scratching mats, so they're perfect. And then he doesn't like rip up the furniture.
There's very little else that he's used though that we bought, so we basically limited it to this thing. He won't go up. He won't play with any toys.
No, still no toys.
That bed don't get that much use, really, does it?
No.
So yeah, we just kind of leave him to it. This is the spot here in the garden where Bart has selected to sit. I think he has a good vantage point of the rest of the garden, and then he can also see like the house. Don't look at my nicks. This bee house always falls out of the tree. Oh my god, there's a huge spider on it. Okay, that's where it's going to stay then.
Oh, it's just fallen down.
Oh, is that fallen down? I didn't notice that. Bart doesn't really respond to his name, does he? Do you think?
It's hard to tell.
A bit, but he will not come in if we call him and he's sitting there. You really have to get a treat, and I don't know if that's like most cats won't listen to you. There we are then. Okay, well we've not really managed, have we? Quick! It's the only way to get him in.
I think he does the same, and he just decides whether he wants to listen to it or not.
Professional scammer assured Derek. Where are you from? Finland, Derek said. So what do you think happened to the Tetris? The scammer.
Well, I think he's a little get for that.
Well, yeah, he's a cat.
Yes, he is.
The thing that I like about Bart in the garden is he follows the garden path and he goes.
Yeah, he's really polite, isn't he? And he'll go along the path.
Yes.
Get the shoes, baby, get the shoes.
These little things. This is totally not a sponsored video, by the way, but we just wanted to give a quick little shout out to TUK Shoes. They gifted us these.
So Nova's got these lovely boots. Have a look at these. I mean, mine don't really go with this outfit, but get the shoes though. Can you imagine? The reason that we are sticking this in this video is because we're going to a wedding this weekend, and so I wanted these to be all pristine in the vid, but this is my outfit. Gonna put it up now. Oh yes. Well, this is my attire for the wedding that we're going to. I was going for like Joaquin Phoenix in the village, which I think it looks very sophisticated. You don't like it?
What do you mean?
Do you like it?
Yes.
I think these shoes go nicely, don't you?
Yes.
Do you like a farmer though?
It's a little bit farmer.
I need to sort the trousers out because I've just tucked in the hem. They're a bit long. I don't
know if they look a bit long. They look fine like they are just there.
Or like World War II a bit. No. I'm off now for a marriage.
If you use the code in the description box, the TUK will take 10% off your order. And then if you use the link as well that we've included and sign up to their newsletter, you can get another 10% off. So you are welcome. This was something that I don't think we covered in our last video, but it's always been a thing. Bart was starting to use the front doormat as a toilet, and we had no idea why that was. It was literally only the front doormat in the last house. So what we started to do was put his litter box right in front of the front door, and that solved it. Unfortunately now we have his litter box right in front of the front door, which is so annoying. It's not convenient at all. You've got to move it out the way as you come and go. That it's the only way to get him to stop using the doormat as his own personal litter box. He's got one in the kitchen, which he's maybe used once or twice. He knows it's there,
But he kind of just never really uses that one. He very much prefers the one by the front door.
This is Bart's food and water, and then his milk goes just on the left there. Like I said earlier, he doesn't have wet food anymore, he only has dry food. But these biscuits are soft inside. If you break them in half, they're soft scented, because Bart a few months ago had to have several teeth taken out. He had some tooth kind of disease, which is quite common in older cats. So he had a lot of his front teeth taken out. So I was really concerned how he was going to be able to eat, only having dry food and not soft foods. But he seems to get along with this pretty well. Like I said, they're soft in the middle and it doesn't seem to bother him.
Hello, Bart. Oh, are my feet in that?
Yeah.
No, wiki feet.
I thought I'd turn the camera on because this is a really good look at Bart's teeth. You can see he's missing his front teeth there in the front there. He's only got his kind of fangs.
Also, these, like the size of his mouth, these are his impressions.
No, they're not.
Which I'm surprised. His mouth is huge, isn't it?
No,
For a
that's
cat.
no,
That's really unusual.
No.
I think, which is a talking point
no.
for our cat. A party is a talking point at parties. Look. Wow.
So Bart only ever really comes into the living room if we're in here. Otherwise, he has no interest. But he's got another scratching mattress here. That's his fountain just there, which he loves to drink from. He really likes running water, so he drinks from the fountain a lot and also from the bath. And generally speaking, if we'll be down here in the evening, he'll jump up and sit just here and he'll want some strokes. Or he'll come here and this is when he tells us that actually it's bedtime and we're up too late and he wants his milk and he thinks it's bedtime and now we should go upstairs because it's bedtime.
I just got a lovely shot of his arsehole.
So that's our Bart. That is Bartholomew.
There he is.
Barty Bart, Bartosh Poopipence.
Stinky fatty Bart Poopipence.
And we love him to pieces. He's the cutest little thing. And
I don't anticipate I will want a cat again though.
yeah,
What?
yeah.
You don't want another one
No,
either?
we'll replace him.
No.
Another like
No.
old rescue cat.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't actually think this is something we should do again.
I wouldn't be able to cope now not having him, and I would have to immediately replace him.
Oh, you're probably going to have to replace me then as well. I
You
guess
like
this is-
having Bart.
Yeah.
He's no trouble.
Yeah, but I don't... Well, the piss on the mat does irritate me. Because you come in and you can smell cat piss.
Yeah, but not all the time.
And I don't want to smell like cat piss. Okay. Further discussions.
And they're not all like that.
Maybe on, Patreon.
What you gonna
And I don't want to smell like cat piss. Why don't you join us on Twitch as well? Here's the Twitch thing.
The Twitch thing.
Some of the patrons get birthday shout-outs, including...
But not limited to...
For June 18th, it's Cody McCleary. Happy birthday, Cody.
Happy birthday, Cody.
We've got 2 for June 19th. That's Nursey Boy and Mario Zarati.
Happy birthday. And today we have 3 birthdays for June 26th. Happy birthday to Vanita, Kelly, and Gemma.
Oh, happy birthday, guys. Yes, social media will probably be on the screen at some point. I don't know, whatever. Something.
Yeah, I think it's probably there right now.
Something to do with that. And perhaps we should, go and have some fun in the form of what we did the other day, which was when we put Bart in that pillowcase and went, woo! And a meow to our brand new patrons: Adam Lyles, Louis Sutherland, Halloween King 666, Byron Van, Jack Oddinson 2006, Joe Ferguson, Insatiable Bitch Goddess, Gareth Ward, Lauren H. Taylor, and Emilio Costa. Is that like a farmer though? I've just tucked in the hem, they're a bit long. I don't
know if they look a bit long.
Or like World War II a bit. Join the Patron, we'll do a shot of Patron.